Dozens of other states have legalized medical marijuana. It's not clear if North Carolina will do the same.
Yeah, after 2 months of hearings, will this bill actually get to a vote in the first place? Our Capitol reporter Michael Hyland live for us tonight in Raleigh. Michael, some Republicans are raising concerns about it going forward.
Right. Some people have been coming here with potentially benefits, saying the state is overdue to allow this. But there are some Republicans who are still concerned this would put the state on the path to full legalization. Even though it's not legal in North Carolina, Michael Monfort says he's experienced the benefits of medical marijuana. He told me he has MS and struggled with leg spasms.
Finally, able to sleep in bed again and wake up the next day feeling refreshed. I was never able to do that with any of the medication.
Samuel Roberts is an Army veteran living with PTSD.
There seems to be a lot of ignorance around the issue. People don't know enough about it. Now, this isn't going to fix everything, but it will help.
They're among the people who've pushed state lawmakers to bring North Carolina in line with 36 other states that have legalized marijuana for medical uses. While some Republicans in the Senate are leading the effort to do that, others are concerned it's the first step toward full legalization.
I think they use those who are suffering from these serious diseases as an opportunity to further their agenda.
With members of his party divided about what to do, I asked Republican Senate Leader Phil Berger if he'll bring the bill to the floor for a vote. Last week, he took the unusual step of allowing a vote to legalize sports betting, even though most in his party opposed it. Would he do that with the medical marijuana bill?
No decision has been made as to when the bill makes it to the floor, if the bill makes it to the floor. I'm just not going to get into hypotheticals.
It is a huge degree of frustration.
Virginia recently legalized marijuana for recreational use, and there are Democrats here who want that to happen in North Carolina. Supporters of the medical marijuana bill here say we would have some of the strictest rules in the nation if this passed, but opponents say it's just a matter of time before the state goes toward full legalization. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
All right, Michael.